Welcome to my second devlog and the most challenging thing I have to do so far, making a saving system. And I didn't even have to make it, but I started making one and then I couldn't stop. I wasn't even planning to do a big coding task last week. My actual plan was doing pixel art, since the next milestone in our game is building a city and we need a lot of assets for that. But on Friday I got so annoyed by drawing a bridge that I started thinking about how I would love to change the map layout. Before it was just a big map with everything in it, like the inside of the house, the forest, the farm, and I just changed the player position for changing locations. And to have it differently, I needed to find out how saving works. So let's learn how to save and make a better map layout and even have saving in it, which you eventually anyways need. So, how should it work? We have a main scene where the player is in it, and the location where the player is gets added as a child node to it. Very easy, one of the first things you learn. But whenever a scene enters, it reloads. That means all the farming, if it's in the farm, will be gone. It won't be saved. That's why we need saving. So, let's learn how to save. So there's 3 different ways how you can save your data. One is a JSON file, or as a binary file, or as a resource. Stop the video now if you want to read these, because we're gonna go and look into how I saved it with the resource saver. Before going into the changes I wanted to show you, I have here my GitHub. I first did everything in my test class, in my test branch, because I was so scared to screw everything up. So yeah, because it was like a lot of deleting and that was pretty scary to deleting so much code. But everything worked out. Now everything is in the main. But let's get to the code. So the first thing I did was like figure out how could I save a scene, and as we already found out, with the resource saver you can save the full scene. That's what I did first, and I was like, wow, that's easy. Wow, everything works. It seems like that everything works, because what save scene does, or saving a scene, saving a node does, is that it saves all the nodes inside the scene, but it does not save the script information. So for instance, if we go into our game here, load. If I chop off a tree, but don't chop it off all the way, it's still like this, go inside, come back, the tree is gonna be full again. Because the tree has a variable which is like for hits, and the sprite frame which I change with code, but like the save scene just like saves that this node is there, but doesn't save it got already hits. So the next thing I had to do was save the information of the scenes, which are my tile map. Because I can show you for 1 second so it's like a little bit more clear. In my tile map, I have scenes, because you can have scenes in your tile map, which are scenes have code and stuff. I can go to the pine tree. Here, all the code it does, gets the hits, and I need to save these things. For that, first off, we gotta make, because we're using the resource saver, a resource, which I made here. It's just 3 things I gotta save. All tree hits, all plant information, and all chests. Probably getting bigger later, but like for now, this is everything I need. And here in save, the magic goes on. We're calling save, it saves, it goes into save things. Then look at the tree. That's the easiest one, so we're gonna talk a little bit about this. First of all, I'm gonna clear up the array, because like the array could have old information because we're chopping off trees. So I'm just clearing it down. And afterwards, I go through all 3 trees. I gave the trees a group so I can easily know what is a tree, because we have also different kind of trees. And it just goes through all the trees which are children of the tile map. Where is it? Here. Here. It goes through all the children of the tile map with the group tree. And then it gets from the trees, from the node, it gets the information of the hits. I save it here, and then I add it to the array. That's it. Since I'm later saying resource saver dot save this, it saves this later in this file. And that's basically all for saving. And for loading, it's not that much more. For loading, I'm just loading it here, the file, and then later telling it, hey yo, there's a tree. This is the information out of the resource we have, and then we're giving it back to the tree. You can do the same thing with everything here. Like I'm just gonna scroll down a little bit so you can see what I did. If you want to stop. But that's how it works. it took me a lot of time to figure it out. After knowing how to do it, it seems so easy, but like it was pretty hard, and I can probably still do it better. I'm still struggling a little bit with the chest because I have an array in an array in an array. It's not that nice, but it's okay. It's working. Yeah.